Okay, just got to camp. I'm going to get things set up. It's nice to be back in the Uintas. This is my first time back since doing the Teton Crest Trail. And just came out for a little overnight astrophotography trip. This wasn't really anything big. A mile and a half to this spot from the Jeep. A couple 100 feet of elevation gain. Just came out for the photography tonight and a little fishing today. Brought both rods, 10-car and fly rods. So we're going to give them both a whirl here and see which one works best. So I'm going to go ahead and get things set up. And yeah, we'll check in a little bit. Okay, got camp all set up and ready to go. We're situated, so I'm just gonna go toss a line, see if I can catch a fish, walk over to the other lake, do some fishing, come back. There's a kind of a narrow waterway in this one that kind of goes that way in the lake, and I'm gonna try that with the 10-car this evening. So I'm gonna go do the traditional fly rod right now and see if we can catch a fish. We'll check you in a bit. Okay, up here at Bonnie Lake, I had one strike down at D-19 where I'm staying, but it didn't take it. I don't think it was big enough to get its mouth around the fly I had on at the time. I had one on here at Bonnie. Looked nice and it felt nice, but it got off before I could get it into shore. So I'm gonna step out on another point, see if we can try to get another fish. We'll check in a bit. Okay, got one on today. That's it. Bunch of hits, but nothing on the other end when I went to set the hook. So I'm gonna head back to camp. Get a few camp chores done and then come back out this evening and see if we can get a few more. So, and hopefully our luck will change. Yeah, I got one on and just stripping it in nicely, and he just figured out a way to wiggle off. So that's how that goes. All right, we'll check you in a bit. Okay, just broke up some of my wood for tonight, got my kindling pile ready, and I made a pitch match, which this is a tree sap from the pines here that is just leaking down the bark. So I went and collected a ball of it. And I'm going to try to start my fire with a pitch match tonight and see what happens with it. So I think I'm going to go back out fishing again. Go see if I can give it a whirl. Take the 10-car down these small waters this way and then come back up, fish both lakes, and then come back and settle in for the evening. So going to get a move on. We'll check you in a bit. Well, just back in camp, filtering some water. I'm going to take the big rod out. I went out with the 10-car. I gave it a shot. I had some swimmers that swam by it. Didn't even go after it. So I think the ones I want are a little farther out in each of these lakes. So I think the traditional fly rod's going to be the one on this one. It's one I've had the most action on. I've had 6 different bites, and I got one on. It just got off. So I'm going to go give the evening a shot here and see how we do, and then come back and make dinner and start my fire and settle in. So yeah, it's a beautiful place. This is a nice little short hop, and hopefully for some stars. Not a cloud in the sky, as you can see. It is crystal clear up there. So I'm hoping for some good photography tonight. And yeah, it's nice to be back in the Uintas. We'll check you in a bit. Finally got one. Can you believe that? After all that work, I finally got a fish. That's awesome. All right. That's 2. That's pretty awesome. That's a nicer little brookie this time around, too. Look at that bend going on, yeah. That is good stuff, man. Woohoo! After dinner fish. Love it. All right, got my pitch match going. we'll see how this goes. Just using the sap from the tree. Okay, good morning. It's day 2 out here, my little overnight trip here in the Uintas, and I've packed up and I'm ready to go. It's just there's some weather that's expected to come in before noon today, and I just don't want to get caught in it. And a couple miles back to the car, and I'd like to get home and see my family too. So that's the other motivation for getting up this morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the pack on and get moving. So we'll check you in a bit. All right, wrapping up another great weekend in the Uintas. Just goes to show you, you don't have to walk too far to have a great time. All right, we'll check you on the next one.